Good day, everyone. My name is CPO Dennis Yamapi. I am a student at the University of South Africa, known as UNISA. So today we'll be focusing on a project that I've done for the Geology for Engineering module. Yeah. So the focus is the study desktop of a new planned site where we'll be building um, a 6 meter basement storage. Yeah. Okay. The site description. So the proposed site is situated just outside the city of Pretoria, in Centurion, in the Gauteng province. So the purpose is to build 3 new buildings where we will occupy an area of approximately 152,000 square meter and will be at the junction of the route R500 and M10 near Sandlands Ridge, as you could see on that image. So basically, the location is Centurion, and the street code is 0157, and the postal code is 0042 in Pretoria, under the municipality of City of Tshwane Metropolitan in the Gauteng province in South Africa. So these are the climate WINET areas. So as you can see on the red dot, that's the Gauteng province where our project will be located. And according to our climate stats, it shows that the legends that area is more modern, which is between 2 and 5 of the N values. Okay, this is a topical graphic data image shown. Okay, and the fieldwork that is expected to be conducted or proposed is the dynamic core penetrometer tests that needs to be conducted into the soil, and the test pits excavation, which also needs to be conducted on the soil, and the rotary core drilling that has to be done on the soil, and the gravity survey that also needs to be done on the soil, the trawler that also needs to be done on the soil, and also laboratory works that tests that need to be done, which include the sieved analysis, which is commonly known the practical site distribution and grading, and checking the moisture content, and the Atterberg limit test that needs to be conducted, and the density and moisture relationships that needs to be done, and checking the pH and the conductivity of the soil as well, and the compressibility and the potability collapse within the CBR test, etc. So also, according to the occupational health and safety management, we need to conduct a risk assessment before any commence of work on a site, and during the construction work, a risk assessment needs to be performed by a competent person that is appointed in writing by the client. And this is a typical layout on how a risk assessment needs to be done, where we focus on the type of hazards that we need to identify, where we identify the hazard, and who can be harmed, and what are the safe procedures which we need to look at, and the further the further action that is necessary in terms of monitoring and reviewing that, and who will conduct the action and when will it start. And we need to also focus on the hydrology investigation of the of of the existing services into where we will have to impose into our new ones. This is a identification of the geology that exists within the Republic of South Africa, as you can see on the image. So what we need to what I did was to focus on the identities as to what does the soil suffers from, meaning what are the problems that are situations. So the site has a siltum formation which contains shale, mud, rock, minor limestone, dolomite, and chet and basalt, and tuff, and pyroclastic and hornfels. This surface contains a collapsible and expansive soils such as shale and mud, limestone, and dolomite. So these are the soils that um, have been identified as to the area where our building will be built. And the recommendations, so I've decided that I will recommend the following in terms of improving the soil conditions in that area. So further investigation of the site is to be conducted to properly examine the depth of the ground level and determine the most economic foundation to be used. More laboratory testing will be conducted to determine the characteristics of the underlying soil material, to determine the excavation depths, material into materials to be outsourced, and proper hydrology methods to be used during the construction. Local labor should be utilized to benefit the economic centurion by providing jobs opportunities to everyone who's unemployed in our current situation. Incorporate the local community and stakeholder input in carrying out the construction project, as they have a better understanding and overview of the local regulation. And recommendation on this report should be treated as a guideline to achieve the required specification of construction. And in conclusion, so the desktop study has provided an overview of the key aspects of the project, including the site description, topographical data, climate, geology, and hydrological features. The study displays the important field work and the laboratory investigation that needs to be conducted to determine the suitability of the site for the proposed work, considering the unique rock types and soils of the site. On the site, the report also investigates the potential problems, soil and excavation challenges that may be encountered in that area, and where construction material may be salvaged from, and to carry out the project with the proper knowledge and guidelines. Thank you so much, and thank you for your time and patience. Bye bye.